Ever wondered how much you really know about computers? We're about to dive into the intriguing world of computers with a fun, enlightening quiz. You'll be challenged with 25 multiple-choice questions, each designed to test your knowledge on various aspects of computing. From hardware to software, history to current trends, we'll cover it all. Whether you're a tech enthusiast or a casual user, this quiz is sure to teach you something new. Ready to test your computing knowledge? Here we go! Question 1. What does CPU stand for in computer terminology? That's right, it stands for Central Processing Unit. Moving on, question 2. Can you name the main components of a computer? Yes, they are the CPU, memory, input and output devices, and storage. Now question 3. Who is often referred to as the father of computers? If you said Charles Babbage, you're on the right track. Let's dive into question 4. What was the name of the first general-purpose computer? That would be ENIAC, the electronic numerical integrator and computer. And finally, question 5. What does the term byte refer to in computing? It's a unit of digital information that consists of 8 bits. Those were our first 5 questions. Did you find them easy or challenging? Don't worry, we have more coming up. Moving right along to question 6. Who is known as the father of the computer? Is it A. Charles Babbage, B. Alan Turing, C. Bill Gates, or D. Steve Jobs? Take a moment to think about it. Now let's shift gears to question 7. Which company was established on April 1st, 1976 by Steve Jobs, Steve Wozniak, and Ronald Wayne? Your options are A. Microsoft, B. Apple, C. IBM, or D. Google. Question 8 inquires, who designed the first electronic general-purpose computer called ENIAC? Is it A. John Mauchly and J. Presper Eckert, B. Tim Berners-Lee, C. Larry Page and Sergey Brin, or D. Mark Zuckerberg? Moving on to question 9. Who is credited with inventing the World Wide Web? Finally, question 10 asks, which company was originally known as Backrub? Now we're really getting into the fascinating aspects of computer history. Ready for more? Question 11. What does HTTP stand for in a website address? Let's explore the world of the internet and programming with these next 5 questions. Remember, each question is a chance to learn something new. Question 12. What is the primary purpose of a web browser? Is it just a gateway to the internet, or is there more to it? Moving on to question 13. What is HTML, and why is it important in web development? This one's for all you aspiring web developers out there. Next up, question 14. What is the difference between Java and JavaScript? They may sound similar, but they have distinct uses in programming. And finally, question 15. Why are firewalls important in network security? A critical component in protecting our systems, but do we know why? We've covered some ground so far, but there's still more to learn. On to the next group of questions. Question 16. What is the primary function of a computer's operating system? Let that sink in, ponder over it. The operating system is a fundamental part of any computer, but what does it really do? Moving on to question 17. Which software application is essential for creating documents, spreadsheets, and presentations? You've probably used it countless times, but do you know its name? Next up, question 18. What is the purpose of a computer's hard drive? It's a common term, but what role does it play in the grand scheme of things? Question 19. What is the main difference between RAM and ROM? They're both types of computer memory, but they serve very different purposes. Can you identify what sets them apart? And finally, question 20. What is the function of a computer's graphics card? It's not just for gamers, you know, we're nearing the end now. But first, let's tackle the last 5 questions. Question 21. What is cloud computing? Take a moment to think about your response. While you ponder, let's move on to the next question. Question 22. Can you name one primary advantage of using an antivirus software? Interesting, isn't it? How technology can protect itself. Now on to the next. Question 23. What does AI stand for? Artificial intelligence is quite a fascinating field, isn't it? Now let's dive into the world of programming with question 24. What is the main function of an operating system in a computer? Lastly, we probe into the realm of data with question 25. What is the difference between data and information? Well, that's it. You've made it through all 25 questions. Let's see how you did. Now, it's time to reveal the answers. We embarked on a journey through 25 questions, each one a step deeper into the captivating landscape of computers. Let's revisit them and explore the solutions. Question 1 took us back to the origins of computing. The answer, Charles Babbage, known as the father of the computer. He envisioned the analytical engine, a device that laid the groundwork for modern computers. Moving on to question 5, we discussed binary code, the language computers understand. It's a system of ones and zeros that represent on and off states in digital electronics. In question 10, we dove into the concept of algorithms. These are sets of instructions that guide computing operations. The answer, Google's search algorithm, a complex and evolving beast that powers the web searches we perform daily. By question 15, we were exploring the world of computer hardware. The Central Processing Unit, or CPU, is the brain of the computer, executing instructions of a computer program. Question 20 had us pondering over computer networks. The Internet, a global network of networks, is the largest and most well-known example. Our final question, 25, asked about cloud computing. This is the delivery of computing services over the Internet, a revolutionary concept that's changing how we use and understand technology. So, how did you perform? Regardless of your score, you've expanded your knowledge about computers today. Thanks for joining in, and keep exploring the fascinating world of computers.